Hello, everyone. I'm really sorry I can't be with you in person for obvious reasons, but I just wanted to record a short message for you just to welcome you to this information event for our work-based distance learning programs. It's so pleased that you're interested in studying with us at a distance. The university and indeed the business school have got a huge amount of interest of expertise now in this type of learning. It's something that we've been doing for several years, not just since the recent lockdown. And you can be assured that if you choose to study with us, you're working and studying at a university which now has a fantastic reputation for student experience, most recently witnessed by the fact that we've just been voted Young University of the Year for 2021. So I do hope you enjoy the event. I do hope you find the program that you're looking for. And I hope also that I'll be able to meet you face-to-face at some point. Thank you.
Okay. Hello and welcome to our online virtual event for work-based distance learning. I'm going to start off with some introductions. My name's Amy Mumby. I am an Associate Professor for the Lincoln International Business School, and I am the academic lead for work-based distance learning, which we want to tell you a little bit more about this evening. So I'm going to pass to my colleague, Tony Smith, who will also introduce himself.
Hi, my name's Tony Smith and I'm the Engineering Management Programme Lead. So anyone on the engineering programme I'm responsible for.
Thank you, Tony. And Tim?
Hello everybody, my name's Tim Collett, Senior Lecturer at the University of Lincoln. My speciality is leadership, which I've just been picking some bones out of a book at the moment, and I look after the military guys and girls, so hopefully there's a few watching and listening to today, and we will be able to work with you in the future.
Wonderful, thank you, Tim. Yeah, so any questions you do have, please do pose them and we will answer as many as possible. So we have a few that have been sent in to us. So we'd like to start with what is a work-based distance learner? So Tony Smith, am I okay to pass that question to you?
Yeah, I see it as someone who's predominantly in full-time employment. So if you've got a job, it's basically catering around you and probably using that role that you're currently in to help put the foundation down towards the assignments that we have. It's totally flexible. It's one of the big selling points of ourselves. So we do have interruptions, which is basically a pause of study. So if you are busy, you've got up and coming projects, we're not going to penalize you. You'll be able to come back at a recognized time and then progress through with the rest of your degree. And hopefully it's something, an aspiration that you've had for some time. And we can make that, happen.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tony. Did you have anything to add, Tim?
No, I think Tony hit the nail on the head there, and I think we'll come on to it later, but I think the word I like to use is flexibility, and how flexible we can be, and I'm sure we'll get into the weeds on that a bit later on, but that's a really important aspect of our process.
Certainly, thank you for that, Tim. So we will pick up the global nature of our student body. So we did have another really interesting question here, which is what will be expected of you? And so I'm going to pass that over to Tim. So as a work-based distance learner, what will be expected of them?
Oh crikey, what a fantastic question. Everything. We're expecting lots and lots from you, but basically we understand that you are coming onto a degree, doing it part-time, you're working as well, as Tony was talking about a minute ago. So the flexibility side of it is the most important aspect. You will have a full-time tutor to look after you. It may be me, it might be Tony, it might be Amy. We have many very talented people, and basically we make a marriage between us, you know, a contract almost of how we're going to get you through. And it's not getting you through, it's working through. And we hope that the way we've developed our profiles and our degrees, that you will enjoy doing it and you will learn as you go along. And I think you will also growing confidence as you go through the process. So there's absolutely nothing to worry about. You will be worried at the beginning, but that will go away very, very quickly when you start working with us, talking to us, and reacting with us. So I don't think that's an issue. And, we will certainly look after you. That's what we do best.
Wonderful, thank you, Tim. Tony, can I ask you to, I think so, in terms as the engineering program leader, what is the expectations of your students? What kind of things do they produce?
I think we're going to build on what Tim said, and the fact that we are focused on everybody who's on the program, and they're on the program for a reason, is that they've met the criteria to join us, fundamentally to be given those credits for the first couple of years. So essentially this top-up degree is ideal for those individuals. What I would like was probably enthusiasm from the student themselves. All right, that's the key one, and engagement. We all know you're busy, and we all know study takes a second place to probably life in general, family and so forth. But it's that engagement and that enthusiasm that will help get you through. And once you're up and running into the first couple of modules, you'll probably find it's quite easy to adapt your life into that process. So I know for a fact that some students like to work of a Sunday, some like to work on a Saturday, some like to do bit parts during the week. So it's sort of like 7 till 10, 8 till 10, 8 till 11, something like that. So when there's a quiet moment, and if you're a shift worker as well, this is ideal because we're global. So we've got students all the way from America, all the way down to Australia. So time zones don't really matter online because you can do the work and utilize our resources wherever you see fit. All right. But again, like Tim said, you'll have a tutor for every particular module that you'll go through. And there's 6 modules in total. We're not asking for exams. We're asking for written work. So again, it's something that's very easily achievable, but it's all about that engagement and that enthusiasm. We're happy to help you no matter what. It's our job and we love doing it. Thanks, Amy.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Tony. And so it brings me nicely to our next question. So other than no exams, we've got here, so why choose the University of Lincoln work-based distance learning degree? So I'm going to pass this. We'll go for a continuation in our order. So if I ask Tim, so why do you think our potential students should pick to join us?
I think it's very simple, actually, because I said it earlier, and Tony has also intimated this. It is very much flexibility, and it's very much about the student. It's not about us. It's not about the university. The university is the enabler, but it's about the student and how that student wants to progress through the program. And I won't go into any detail, but there are things like extensions to your assignments, interruptions. If for instance, you're in the military and you get deployed somewhere where you can't tell us about, don't worry about that. We won't ask questions. We will just ask when you're coming back. And you might not know that. So, we are very, very flexible about that. And I think that is a unique part of our way of working. Because, for instance, I have a chap who's working on a submarine at the moment. He goes dark on me. He tells me he's going to go dark, and then he pops back up again. And he says, "Hello, I'm back," and that's fantastic. In that time, he's been working, but also he's been able to, in the downtime on a submarine, whether you get any downtime, he has been able to continue with his studies because he's downloaded literature that he can look at. So again, it's that flexibility, and it doesn't matter what arm you're in, whether you're a civilian or whatever. I'm very much military focused, so that's how I talk like that. But you will be supported. And I think, as Tony and Amy have already said, I think that's unique for how we do our business.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tim. A hard one to follow, Tony. Did you have anything additional to add there?
Indeed, yeah, it is quite a hard act to follow. Predominantly for me, I think this is not anything about lockdown. We've got a tried and tested program under our belts and have done for some 21 years now. It originally started off with a military focus, but now we've encompassed industry as well. So we're looking at military and non-military. We don't differentiate, essentially. It's just how you come onto the program. I think our USP is basically, not only are we competitive, in my opinion, on price, is that we've incorporated Chartered Manager into the cost, and you'll also get a level 5 leadership and management qualification as well from the CMI. So from my perspective, if you're looking to outlay money to do further education, such as ourselves, I would definitely think, what am I getting for my money? Are they value? And I think that's what University of Lincoln delivers on. Chartered Manager is the highest accolade that you can get from the CMI with regards to management. That's incorporated in. You don't have to do any extra work as well, because we've already done that underpinning element. So by doing your assignments, you should be able to hit those elements and at the end submit to the CMI, and you should get that award. Likewise, that level 5 is always good, because again, it shows an understanding of leadership and management. And most importantly, you get a Bachelor of Science or a BA. And that means a wonderful day up at Lincoln Cathedral as part of a graduation process. But I think the big thing is that you know that you yourself have done the majority of the work to get there. Myself, Amy, and all our other members of staff will assist you to get there, but you'll be doing all the hard work. So it'll be you, proud as punch, at the end of the day saying, I did that, and that's my achievement. And potentially you could look to go even higher. Who knows? Masters and doctorates could be out there for some of you. Who knows?
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tony. We've got so much to be proud of at the University of Lincoln. As Tony said, we've been running our work-based degrees now for over 20 years, and we've got a range of that management suite. We can give chartered manager status to those who are completed our management programs. We've got Tony here, who leads our engineering management program. We've got Tim, who looks after our military programs. We also have HRM, which is accredited by the CIPD. We've got our very popular logistics program. And of course, we also have a very strong business program. So there's so much to choose from in terms of those different management flavors and specialisms for you to look at. So we do have another question coming through. So let's see what you would like to know. Okay, so thank you, Brandon. Also a project manager. Oh, okay, so it's a very interesting question here. So Brandon would like, so he has a background in engineering. He already has his foundation degree in electrical. He's ideally leaning towards the business management course, but he knows there's an engineering management as well. So Tony, I'm sure you'll be slightly biased in this one, but what would you suggest for Brandon?
I think, Brandon, the first port of call there is that you're ideally positioned with a foundation degree. So it would be your choosing, to be honest. And I would say how it affects your career path as to whether it would be a more business management perspective or whether it be an engineering one. Obviously, I'm going to say, with the word engineering in, you're ideal for my program, and maybe some of those bespoke core modules of engineering management orientated would be more geared towards you. However, what I would suggest is you either contact the admin team, and they follow us on this session as well. Listen to them, contact them, and they'll send you more information, or have a look on the website and see what actually is more to your flavor type of thing. I think, for me, you'll be accepted onto either course. It's just down to a personal opinion of how you see your professional career developing. I hope that helps, Brandon.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tony. So just to echo what Tony has said, then if you email into us, we will send you some specific information around the 2 programs, which should hopefully help you inform that choice. And the details about how to contact us will be in that comments box. So we have another question coming through now. So this is from Nikki. And what she is asking is about the set time to do each module. So gentlemen, if you're happy, I'll pick this one up because this is where the bit that I enjoy is the structuring of it all. So it is a rolling program. So once you start each module, it will run again. Our modules run a minimum of 3 times each year, up to 12 times each year on the modules where there's the demand. So should you wish to take a pause and interruption, as Tim said, and step back, you will have several options of when you could return to that module. Normally the minimum's approximately 6 weeks. The maximum is 12 weeks. But of course, if you needed to take a year out, 2 years out, then you are able to do that. Once you've completed, we do the modules sequentially. So once you've completed one module, you'd have a 2-week break to decompress and relax, and then you'd start on to the next module. So they do run sequentially. Could I just pat Tim or Tony, is there anything to add for that one?
Yeah, I think we're standard, you're sort of looking around about 8 weeks to 14 weeks. And like we said, there's no examinations and there are touch points as well. So you can always confer with your tutor, and you also get a draft opportunity as well. So that's where you can present your written work for them to assess. We'll feed back on it. And then that'll give you a springboard, so to speak, to sort of make your work better, and then hopefully attain roughly what grade or what sort of degree classification you sort of got in your mind. Again, we're more than happy to help with that. But I think Amy's, hit it spot on. We don't ask you to double study, all right? There are options for you if, for instance, something big comes in, or if life gets in the way and life throws you a curveball, we can also cater for those as well. I hope that answers that, Nikki.
Brilliant. And just on rereading that one as well, I just want to mention, if it's the other way and you want to get through these in a very clear, concise way, they do run one after each other. So you can complete the full degree program inside of 18 months. And that's really important as a part-time student. So we've got another question coming through here. Brilliant to see your questions. Please do keep popping them in. So this question here is from Graham, and he is asking, is there support on academic writing? Also, this is a brilliant question because many of our students come in with HNDs or that more vocational, practical background. So I'd like to pass this question over to Tim, who is an academic writing guru within our team.
Thank you, Amy. Yes, of course, there's support. Absolutely. We see many people come through this, all walks of life and different experiences, and we don't expect too much of you at the beginning. Clearly, we know that you will have a level 5 qualification already, but once you come along with us, the tutor is there to help you, and there are also sort of resources to help you with your academic writing. But we understand that academic writing is different, and I'm one of the great gurus here. I spend quite a lot of time with my students going through academic writing, especially at the beginning of a module, so you can get you can practice as you go along. And as you move through the modules, you will get more and more confident, and you will get a different perspective from a different tutor perhaps. But it's all about the way we do the academic writing and eventually how you will do that. And I have no hesitation to say that once you start working with us, you will develop that very, very quickly, because we're quite hot about that. And that's the one thing we want you to get right at the beginning, because it makes your life so much easier going through. But there's nothing to worry about. I promise you that we give you as much support as you need. We don't expect you to be able to do that straight away, but we will expect you to put the effort in with your tutor and move forward with confidence. So basically, yes, we do support you in every way.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tim. I just want to pass that question to Tony. So just for just thinking of Tony's students being with engineering, many of them have done apprenticeships, potentially even decades ago. Tony, do you want to just add anything for how your students going to cope with that?
Yeah, I must admit, when I saw Graham's question come in, I thought that's probably a large majority of the people who join us on our distance learning program. So essentially, they could be out of college, have a recent HND, or they could be more experienced individuals, such as like my age type of thing, or maybe even a little bit more, who haven't touched education for about 20, 30, 40 years in some cases. They all go down that same level of wondering whether or not they've got it in them. So we've got an academic librarian who's dedicated to you. She's wonderful. She'll be able to help you out with any of the academic materials such as that. Academic writing, that we've got resources that you can be directed to. Our libraries, you've got ebooks on how to be critical and so forth. All of this will be transferred to you via your tutor, okay? We've even got something like the good old-fashioned referencing handbook. If you're worried about Harvard referencing, which people really struggle with initially, everything's there for you, and it's just a time that it takes to sort of get familiar with it. But it's something that can be easily done, Graham. So I wouldn't worry, and I wouldn't hold it back from applying as well.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tony. Lovely to see these questions coming through. We've got a few more to come through. Really good question here from Tom. So what are the qualifying criteria for getting on the courses? So Tim, can I ask you to pick this up from a generalist point of view, and then we'll ask Tony about the specialist engineering program. So Tim, what is the criteria for getting on the courses, both the foundation degree and the BSc?
Oh, it's quite simple, really. It's what you've done before, okay, and what qualifications you already have. For the foundation degree, you would have to have a level 4 qualification, and we won't go into details on that, but that is something that people in industry and commerce and like yourself will be able to get through some professional bodies. So that's the level 4 qualification. To get onto the level 5, the BSc and the BA, you need the level 6. You need to get a qualifying of the level 5, which is obviously one up from the level 4. And if you have a foundation degree, then that will allow you to come onto the course. It's very difficult to sort of have all the criteria in front of me. But one thing that I would suggest, if after this session you have any other questions, please contact us and we can talk through it, okay? Because there are many, many ways to come onto our programs, but it's all about what you've done in the past, what you want to do in the future, and making sure that we can just gel that together, okay? So that probably doesn't answer your question, but if in doubt, give me a call and we can go through it in a little bit more detail.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tim. And just to add there, if you're not sure what level your certificates are, or diplomas, HNDs, what you already have, please do get in touch, because we consider every application and every level experience individually. And then I'm going to pass to Tony, because the engineering programs are slightly different.
Yeah, for us, we're a little bit more bespoke in that we are looking for a specific level 4 or level 5 in an engineering discipline. So if you have got a level 3, we're probably just slightly under the entry criteria. However, not all is doomed, okay? So essentially what we've got is, we'll give you advice. So if you email us in what you've got, we'll be then able to ascertain what it is you might need to then get you onto the course. Now, that could be a foundation degree, or it could be that we look towards more of a professional recognition award, which is external to us. So it will take into account your previous experience within management and your engineering fraternity or background type of thing. So again, all is not lost, but anyone who's got level 4 with professional body membership, maybe of the IET or any other engineering organization, will get you onto the course, or a level 5 is pretty much going to get you guaranteed position on our course. But like Tim and Amy suggested, simply email in if you're a little bit concerned, and we'll give you due guidance.
Wonderful. Thank you for that, Tony. Just for an overview, just to throw some names out there as well, like I say, get in touch, but things like Prince2, NEBOSH, HNDs, foundation degrees. So if we can go, so we are going to, I've got the nod, we're available to go a little bit over because we have so many wonderful questions coming through. So we've got a Stellenbosch question here. So a recent graduate of the USB ED in South Africa told they would automatically qualify for the honours programme. What would be the total duration and who do I contact for help with the application? Okay, so if it's okay, I'll pick this one up because our programme leader for this is Brenda Pearson. She is in the background at the moment and doing all the back of the scenes work. So the total duration would be approximately 18 months, and that does assume that you don't take any breaks. Okay. As you have completed the USB ED, you would automatically qualify, and you'd qualify for either the business management degree or the logistics management degree. If you also have an engineering background, you could look to apply for engineering, or if you have a HRM background, you could have a look at the HR as well. In terms of who to contact, on the bottom of the screen, I hope you can see that ask wbdl@lincoln.ac.uk. If you could just drop us an email, our dedicated administrator, Mel, for USB ED will be in touch and she'll guide you through the process. Okay. And the next one, also a question here from Andrew. Okay. Lovely. So the maths. So this one's definitely for you, Tony. So is it purely management leadership or do the maths books need to come out?
I was speaking to a prospective student today about the same thing, who'd done a foundation in engineering. No, there'll be no maths. So it is all orientated towards management and leadership within an engineering domain. So forget the equations. We're not going to be asking for the rule. All right, we'll not be asking for any of that malarkey and electrical engineering, anything like that. All be centered around systems, processes of work, and so forth. So, Andrew, right up your street if you don't want to be looking at maths again.
Thank you for that, Tony. And then just to play devil's advocate, I will add, though, if you wish to do some quantitative work when you get to your research stage and you've missed that maths, you let us know and we'll guide you through a more statistical element. But yeah, no angles to be found anywhere on these management programs. And we have got another one going through. Okay, so so another question. So here from Brandon, how often do we take new intakes? So we have 3 intakes a year. That's in October, February, and May. So we are currently gaining applications for those who would like to start with us in May. So there's 3 options there. And if you get in touch with us, we ask you when you'd like to start. Okay, did we have any other questions? Oh, here we go. So one here from Joel. Also, Joel graduated in 2016, having done no academic work since school. Well done. And the independent learning experience I gained stood me in great stead for my master's. Oh, and also the PhD, which you finish in May. Oh, wow. That is wonderful. Well done. That is, yeah, definitely. Oh,
awesome.
That is brilliant feedback. So thank you for taking the time to put that in there. Okay, so here's a question for Josh. Is there any areas you recommend on placement year depending on the international business course? Okay, so Josh, this sounds like our international business management program, which it doesn't. So these management programs that we're discussing today are our online work-based programs, which is for those who are currently in work. The program that you're speaking about is the international business course. And we have a a wonderful lady called Stephanie who provides all kind of information about the potential placements. If you drop us an email on that Ask Work-Based Distance Learning, we'll make sure your inquiry makes it to the correct place. So sorry, I don't know the answer on that one, but we'll make sure that we get your question to the right place if you pop us an email. Okay. And lovely. So brilliant. So I think that was our last question of the evening for ourselves as the academic team. Please do stay on if you are able to, and speak to and listen to our admin team, our professional services team, who are a brilliant support. So the link is there for you. And if you have any questions at all, please do get those through. And we've just got one last question. Confirmation. So if that's confirmation of application and you haven't heard anything as yet, again, drop us an email and we will come back to you. Oh, sorry, one more stuck in there. So Steve's applying for the May intake, cut-offs mid-April. When do we get confirmations that applications are successful? So see, the process is quite long in the background in terms of the checking and putting you on the system. But the sooner you apply, the sooner you get that application checked off. So we don't keep them until April. If you feel that you've been waiting, I'd say they normally take about 2 weeks. So if you're getting close to that, again, just drop us an email on the Ask Work-Based Distance Learning, WBDL, and we'll get back to you ASAP. Wonderful. Okay, so I hope to see you in the admin chat. Thank you ever so much for the wonderful questions and for joining us this evening. Okay, thank you. Bye now.
Bye.